Hi, I'm Maria Pak.
Hi, I'm Amanda Chang.
Hi, I'm Naina.
Hey, I'm Ming.
Hey, I'm Seema Gururaj.
Hi, I'm Khashoggi and I'm here hanging out with Unboxed.
And I'm hanging with Unboxed today.
Hanging out with Unboxed today. Hanging with Unboxed today.
Hanging out with Unboxed today.
Hey everyone, my name is Sysamone and I'm hanging out with Unboxed. About 10 years ago, I was brave enough to finally leave a toxic relationship. I remember the day very well. It involved a call to the police, a call to the battered women's shelter, and a call to the godmother of my children to come rescue my kids and I walked away from a relationship I had been in and out of since the age of 17. That unforgettable day, I left with 2 kids, a duffel bag of clothes, and $40 in my pocket. I was jobless because I had decided to be a stay-at-home mom. That night, I made a bed on the living room floor. I laid on the living room floor with my 10-month-old son and my 22-month-old daughter, watching them sleep. I started crying, and I was crying in silence. Tears just were streaming down my face. And I couldn't go to the bathroom and cry because I was too afraid to leave their side. I was too afraid after the day they had just experienced. That same night, I finally decided to call my family and let them know what I was going through. They urged me to come home, of course. They offered to take care of us, and that would have been the easiest route for me to take. But part of me knew that it didn't feel right. I didn't feel right about the offer of having anyone take care of us, even if it was family. After the phone call, I decided to sign on to Facebook. So I started reading everyone else's posts about their wonderful life, their happy endings. Started crying as I was reading through all those posts because I quickly regretted opening it. And just before I could sign off, an old college crush sent me a private message. We started chatting, and then I started vomiting my whole story to him. Part of me did it because I was hoping he would save me, but he gave me something better. He didn't save me. Instead, he said something that has stayed with me every day since then. He told me that, I know this is tough, but you have no choice but to make it. You have children now. You have to do anything and everything you can for them. And as much as I needed my family, I also needed to prove I was capable of creating a healthy, happy life for my children on my own. Later that week, my old college roommate and one of my dear friends, LJ, sat with me in the welfare office. She held my son for me and followed my daughter around while I applied for cash aid, food stamps, and Medi-Cal. I was pretty broken in that county office. I was so disappointed in myself and mainly ashamed that I needed to request assistance. For a month, I had lived on the living room floor of my friend's apartments. I was broken, but I was hopeful because I was granted a readmission letter to finish my bachelor's degree. I just needed to be patient. Once I received my financial aid check, my friend Alina co-signed a 1-bedroom apartment for my kids and I. I applied for a student job on campus and got it. I received subsidized daycare support for my children so I could go to school and work part-time. Once the college quarter began, I used public transportation to get to and from campus. I relied on my friends from time to time to help me get to the store to get things for my kids. A lot of the times, I pushed my children in their double stroller to the nearby grocery store and would push it back home with bags of groceries. The past 10 years have not been easy. There were so many hidden crying sessions in the closet, I lived a life of paycheck to paycheck for several years and continued to have challenges with the father of my children. I still have challenges, but it's so much better than it used to be. Since that year, I've managed to finish my bachelor's degree, achieve a master's degree. I grew myself professionally to head a whole department. I started a company that allowed me to work with Oscar award-winning filmmakers and Emmy-nominated filmmakers. I've partnered with major tech companies to create impactful events for women to thrive in their careers. My children are happy, they're healthy, they want for nothing. And lastly, I'm happy. My story is a reminder of how strong, resilient, and capable mothers are when we have no choice but to be. I learned the hard way that falling in love with ourselves first is a requirement. It's not an option. We make better choices when we love who we are and when we know our value. I'm not a perfect parent, far from it, and there is no such thing as a perfect family dynamic. I'm at peace with knowing I can't give my children a perfect family. We're still great mothers, even if we choose the single parenting path. I've stopped holding myself to society's standards for mothers. I've made it as a single income household and continue to make it for my children. I've stopped believing the story that a happy home for children can only exist if there are two parents in the home, because we make our own happily ever after. No one else can do that for us.